Hello, thank you very much for tuning in to this section of reads. This should be on YouTube channel James 13 Wicca in case you're seeing it somewhere else. The stuff like the cards and the dice, those details will be below, somewhere below. Besides that, if you'd like a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into your reading. Hello, Aries. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Aries? Why are we speed demon? We're speed demon. Speedy. Why are we doing that, though? Really? That's it. Okay, then that's it. Optimistic energy. Optimistic energy is good. We like some optimistic energy, but what are we talking about? It's a great question. Is there a return? This is the past energy. It was the Fool energy. On the dice, I got the Three of Wands reversed, in the sense of, like, in the past, I might have moved on from something in one of two ways. Either at the time, I didn't really think it was for me, or I just didn't get it. I just didn't understand it. There was an opportunity either I didn't think was for me, or I just didn't move on it. I just didn't. Like, I might have known it was for me, but I was like, I don't want to right now, and I just let it go. One of the two is where I'm getting this. I either didn't think it was for me, or I didn't really think it was something I had to worry about. I just thought it would be there when I was ready for it. Take it with a grain of salt. I don't know. I'm going to use the job analogy for this. It could easily be romance, but kind of like the job was there. I just thought it would, whenever I applied for it, I just thought I'd get it. And then the moment passed, and then it's like, I couldn't get it all of a sudden it was just too late. Or again, I didn't realize that it was going to be a good fit for me. Something like that. Romance could be the same thing. Maybe you were dating somebody in the past, and you didn't really want to take it to the next level, and you didn't think you really had to. And then they went on to somebody else. They broke it off with you and moved on in a different direction. And I don't feel like when it moved on, I don't feel like I was upset about it. I was just kind of like, all right, no worries. There's other things out there in life. It's fine. It's fine. I don't feel a bad energy with that. When it kind of moved forward, I don't see you being really like bent out of shape about it. Or, on the other hand, currently not feeling bent out of shape about it. Could be both, could be one or the other. Think of a grain of salt. You know how that goes. Justice coming in with the Five of Cups. So the current energy, if this reading is hitting, the current energy, you're at peace with it, I'd say. I don't feel you're upset with it currently. Maybe at the time, but things might have changed. You might have learned some things. But I'm also getting with the Justice card coming in. It came up on the dice too, the same card. But it also gave the Five of Cups. Different perspective at the moment. Maybe at the time that it moved on, or it left your life, you were like, it is what it is. Currently, the energy may be like, you know, I kind of wish I handled it differently. Or, oh, you know what? Knowing what I know now, that had more value than I really understood. I feel like a lot of us, I'm a Pisces, I'm not a Aries, but I have some Aries placements. I feel like a lot of us can look back and go, you know what, at the time, I didn't realize how good that job was. And I kind of moved on from it. And I feel like if I hadn't, things would have gone differently. Or a relationship, kind of like, it was a good relationship, I just didn't realize how good it actually was. I didn't realize how much I connected with that person. But now that I have contrast and conflict has come and gone in my life, maybe I'm looking at things differently. Could be a friendship, doesn't have to be a romantic thing. Could be a work thing. Could be an organization you used to be a part of. Stuff like that. Okay. Different perspective currently. I don't feel bad about it. But I feel like I look at it differently, if that makes sense. And I'm maybe questioning. This is very interesting. Where it would have been now if I had kept it, or I also, or if I tried to get that going again at the moment, where could it still go? Is there still a potential here, whatever this is? There might be something here that showed itself or brought this to the forefront of your brain. For example, if it was a relationship, kind of like that person single, I'm single. Should I? Possibilities. Aries typically looks at it, in my opinion, like, do I want to do it or do I not want to do it? If you kind of flounder in the middle, it's not good. It's not. Floundering is not going to do anything for you. That's the short answer to that. In my opinion, if Aries is going to have success, you make up your mind, I'm either in or I'm out. Halfway is a fail. You might as well be out. When I say halfway is a fail, if you flounder in the center, at least in my opinion, what I've seen from Aries, if you flounder in the center, you might end up with a bad situation that you didn't have to have. If you're out, no harm, no foul. If you're in, here we go. If you're in the middle, it could get sticky and it can get uncomfortable, and it doesn't need to be that way. So I don't know, take that where you need to take that. The energy's good. I'm not feeling bad about it, but I do feel like the clock is ticking. I need to make a decision. I need to decide what direction I want to put my effort in. Because you're going to be doing something is what I'm getting. Is this getting your effort or not? Are you in or are you out? I hate that I keep pushing it that way, but I feel like we need that. Like, are you in or are you out? It's fine. No matter which you choose, it's fine. But I feel like that's what they're pushing with this reading. Choose. In. Okay, let's go. Out. All right, go away. One or two. Especially if it's like a job situation. Let's get into it. Let's get it doing it. Let's get going. Let's make this happen. Not for you? Okay, go somewhere else. Go do something else. Put your energy where you want it. Don't just kind of like, if this is a job where you're like, well, I need the paycheck. All right, well, maybe that's true for the moment, but let's start moving and start working towards what you want in your life, where you want to be. The floundering, especially for Aries, I feel like that's where things get really, like, you can get very unhappy, and it could be like, I should have it's almost like maybe it's a job with a good paycheck, but you might have been happier working at a fast food joint. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? I don't know. Take it where you need to take it. I feel like I'm beating it to death, so I'm going to let it go. Because the energy's here at the moment. Very good energy. Not a lot of communication, but a little. King of Swords like this is telling me a little bit of communication, yes, but we shouldn't be talking the situation to death. Same thing with the High Priestess. There's some good and bad to take into account, but we don't need to think about it for the rest of our lives. Within a day or two for most of you, general read, take it with a grain of salt. For most of you, within a day or two, you should know where you stand with this situation. It's just pushing yourself forward. Yes or no. It's fine. Opportunity is here with this Two of Cups is what I'm getting. And you have what it takes to make the whole situation work. A lot of times with the Empress, I feel like a motherly card with this. It doesn't have to be that way. But the interesting part of this is the Emperor is typically Aries. Empress, Emperor, they kind of match. You know what I'm saying? This can go where you want it to. This can be right up your alley. There's a bit of strategy with this version. I don't know if that was a Freudian slip. Depends on how it's affecting your life. Strategy is here. Do you want this? They're really pushing that. Am I not saying it right? because it seems like it's coming down pretty heavy. Do you want this? Make your choice. Please make your choice. Your moment is here. Please make your choice. It's okay if you don't want it. Just choose no then. Yeah, we don't need to keep talking about it. We don't even have to worry about luck. If we keep thinking about it, the wheel's going to spin out of control and it's going to cause confusion. I keep getting this something about halfway causing a lot of damage in your life. Halfway is going to cause a lot of damage. Focus what you want. Decide what you want. Do you want it? Yes. Do you want it? Not? Do you not? No. For some of you, this could be a relationship thing. Maybe you're just kind of floating along with this relationship, whatever it is. Could be a friendship. Could be a work relationship. Does not have to be romantic. But if it's something like relationship oriented, you might be just floundering along with it. They're like, if you don't want this connection, make up your mind. It's fine. It's fine. You don't have to feel bad about it. Nobody has to feel bad about it. But if you're kind of like, you know what? Like if I think of myself in 2 years, do I want to still be in this situation? In 5 years, in 10 years. This could flounder for up to 10 years. Easily. If it's comfortable and it's, I don't know why, but it seems like it could. Everybody's fine. It's not about everybody else. It's not about doing the right thing for everybody else. It's about doing the right thing for you. This is your life. This is how Aries typically works. You make decisions based on what's right for you. And once you make that decision that's right for you, afterwards, you can probably look out for other people that mean something to you. But the first step is deciding what's right for you. And then as you go towards what you need to do, you'll look out for those that you care about. But you can't be making, well, I shouldn't say you can't. It doesn't usually work well for Aries. It's kind of the flounder energy. If you start making decisions based on what you think is better for other people. I know in some situations that may seem a bit harsh, depending on what your situation is, but I keep getting the analogy of a parent with children. Kind of like, well, I need to make the decision here that's best for the whole family, which makes legitimate sense, but oddly enough, for Aries, I'm getting this is not going to work. You deciding, like, say you're like, I'm going to go off on my own. And like, all right, now I've made my decision. What do I need to do to make this a successful situation for the children I need to bring with me? Because doors will open. You'll find your way. Especially if it's one of those situations where there's children involved and you're with a partner. The energy you have with your partner is influencing the rest of the people in the house, if that's what's going on. So I would take that into effect. I would just take that into effect. If you've decided you're going to stay and that's just what it is, then okay, commit to it. Let's make it work. If you're like, the floundering is, that's going to cause damage. The floundering, there's something about the floundering. A breath of new life is waiting to come in. Do you want to do this or do you not want to do this? I feel like I'm talking about the same situation the whole way through, so I feel like for the people this is going to hit with, this should be on point. Take it with a grain of salt, of course. Because we're coming back to like the past. The past, and are you coming into the past? It says something new, someone new. I feel like it's a new chance, a new version of like what you were experiencing. I don't know if it's, I'm not a literal reader. I'm an intuitive reader. So I feel like when it says someone new, you can take it that way. But I'm getting like a new experience of coming in. Like something you let pass you by is coming back and you get to experience that now. And that experience may be new for you. Kind of like experiencing it the way that I let go. Whatever I let go before, bringing that back and experiencing that might be a new experience for you. I don't know. I don't feel like this is literal. I understand. You can take it any way you want. It's a general read. Knock your socks off. I'm getting like it's making that decision and you have the ability to bring something into focus the way you maybe originally passed up. By making the decision, because I keep getting this like, I feel like that's harsh. If I choose yes or if I choose no, I feel like that's harsh, whatever it may be for you. Once you make your choice, information comes your way. Possibilities come your way. Once you center and focus, like, all right, I'm in, this is where I'm going, or I'm out, this is where I'm going. You'll start focusing your energy, possibilities come your way. Things come your way. Like, I keep seeing this person, I haven't talked to them in a long time, but they had a couple kids and they were really nervous about disconnecting from their partner. They had a lot of different reasons why they're like, oh, I don't know, I'm afraid of this, and I don't want this to happen to the kids, and I'm worried about the kids, which made sense. Legitimately, it makes sense. Long story short, they made a choice to move on. And doors opened for them. They found the housing they needed a lot easier than they expected. The relationship between them and their past partner at that point improved. And when it improved between the two of them, it improved for the whole family unit. It was kind of astonishing because I just was not expecting that. These people didn't really get along. They didn't hate each other, but they didn't really get along, if that makes sense, until they went their own way. And then they got along a lot better, and they co-parented, I think is the right word, a lot better being separate than they did together. I didn't expect that, but I'm just getting opportunities show up, possibilities show up after you make your choice, whether it's in or out. Floundering is causing damage. All right, I think we're there. I'm going to shut this down here. Hope that helps. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com, james4astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.